Hello everyone, my name is Irina Suvorova and we are on our channel Public Speaking Irina. We are here to listen to different stories of immigrants in Denmark about their professional journey and education opportunity in Denmark. And here in our studio in Copenhagen we have Nataly Dauer. Hi Natalia.
Hi Irina.
Natalia is a photographer, professional photographer, and thank you Natalia for coming today.
Thank you very much.
My first question to you, how long have you been in Denmark?
It's a long time story. We have been here for 10 years already, and yeah, still counting on coming more years.
Great. And what about your level of education and languages when you came to Denmark? Have you known already English or Danish?
Yes, I studied English in school actually, and I did use it for a while, I think like 10 years, and then we came here, of course no Danish, and only the English basics, but I was quick at coming back using language in a day life. My husband was really supportive in this way, as he just started to pushing me to, watching movies in English and read more, and I started to use it because I need to grow up my business, so I cannot do it just in Russian, so I need the language to to explore the world in this way. So yes, so I came only with English, and then of course studied Danish, but Danish it's still a big question for me, so I don't use it much, and most of my photography sessions I spend I'm talking English.
And have you been working as a photographer already at that time?
Yes, I started to work as a photographer around 15 years ago, and I studied photography in Ukraine actually, and we moved to Ukraine in 2009, and then I just decided, okay, I'm no longer want to work in office, be marketing specialist, and photography was my hobby, and I just decided to, okay, I need to dive in, and I ended up I finished the course, and then of course a lot of workshops, a lot of courses in photography with different photographers, and it's so different. I mean, I tried to find myself started with studio photography and more working with the studio lights, and then I ended up here with the lifestyle, just photography with a natural light, and so I don't use, for example, flashes much nowadays. So yeah.
And you said you were a marketing specialist before photographer.
Yeah.
And what was your education and what was your experience in that profession?
I educated the financial university in Moscow, and yeah, I actually planned to work in this field for a long time. I liked it, and when I stopped to work as a marketing specialist, I was like, okay, I never will use it again. And then I came to photography. I realized, okay, there is no business without the marketing, so I have to use it anyway. And so that was very helpful for me, so that I already knew a lot of things. So I of course I had to the days to learn more about, for example, social marketing, like social media marketing, and started to use it on the Instagram, Facebook, and all social media.
That's great. I saw your social media. It looks very professional, and you guys can sign up for Natalia's social media. It will be in the description. Natalia, you mentioned some courses, photography courses. Was it already here?
No, I started learning photography in Ukraine while we have been living in Ukraine, and first it was just basic photography. I learned a lot myself. God bless, US American photographers who started to do some kind of YouTube channels and some kind of online courses. It wasn't so popular 15 years ago to have this online education at all. So yeah, we tried to find the way to be educated in photography. And yes, then was some couple of courses in Ukraine and a lot of workshops, as I said, and I'm still trying to learn more about the art photography, for example. And just right now I'm in the middle of one more course in my life, and of course, like, you can just ask why you need, like, you're already I don't know, like a professional photographer, I don't know, like well-known photographer. But if we are just, you know, stop at the moment, it's hard to not develop, you know. And all this education, all these years of education, they really like helped in a way to develop the style of what I'm doing, to create new relationship with the customers, and I think just grow as a photographer in professional way.
Great. And what about Danish schools? Were you interested in learning here photography? We have design schools and art schools here.
Yeah, actually, it's a good question, because I thought about, like, maybe I need some kind of like big course or something, like the higher education in photography. And of course, first that you started to think about, it's some kind of like photography schools that are in US or Great Britain, for example. And I don't have anything in mind that actually that's coming up, like in my mind, regarding the Danish photography education, because mostly I think it's a photojournalism, and it is more in like design maybe, and like media, social media things. But I don't think that I'm really up to it, because it's easier for me to learn in the languages first that I better know, the Russian and English. And I'm mostly trying to look for like newest trends in photography that are really like what people like, what they will need in a couple of years. Will it be still popular? I don't know, like this type of post-production, for example. And of course, you just trying to find the right way of education for yourself. And no, never thought about the Danish education, so I don't know, maybe one day, but I'm not sure. So I'm more thinking about some kind of like photography schools in US or England.
Yeah, thank you. And Natalia, was it hard to start your own company here?
Well, it's a big question actually. It's I think always hard to start the business, and when you need to start it all over again. Like we moved 3 times, and Denmark was the 3rd time. Like we moved, that I had to start again the business of photography. And yet, in the beginning, you don't know what to do. You don't know their mentality, or like you don't know the people here. You don't know which market you want to go in. And it was really big question for me, because yes, of course I started with just Russian society, and it's easier for you to do any advertising, any promotion for yourself in like mother language. And then at some point I just realized that for me it's interesting to work with foreigners and people who I don't know, who also moved from country to country and ended up here in Denmark. And I switched to the more English-speaking market and Danish market, of course. And it's a good thing that at that point actually I just realized that I know marketing. I need to start it all over again and think about what should I do regarding like developing of photography business. And the days Instagram, for example, worked really bad in Denmark. And like I just realized, okay, Facebook can work for you. So I started to do it at Facebook and a web page and like creating the new pictures and coming in the market with the pictures that can be interesting for the domestic people here. And it worked.
Here, I can see that.
And Natalia, let's talk about languages. Which language is more important to know here, English or Danish?
Well, when I moved here, I thought that we can't live here without Danish. But of course, I had English, so I started to do the business of Russian English way. And at some point, of course, I had to go to the Danish language school and learn Danish. And now, when I work with the customers, mostly, of course, I anyway use English because I don't need to prepare the phrase, or I don't know, I feel more comfortable with English language. And when I work to customers who speak, for example, only Danish, it could be kids who don't know English. So of course I have to switch, and most of the photography session I switch between languages. So I use partly English, partly Danish, and this work for my customers well. And yeah, but I'm trying to dive in and prepare myself to switch to fully Danish photography sessions. I had this experience already. It was really hard for me, but what is not hard in our life? So we need to, go out from the comfort zone.
Of course.
So yes, I'm trying to do my best, and if I understand everything, if I don't know, it's okay to switch between languages. Mostly it's okay, and I think it's in this way Danish families are very relaxed, so you can really use both languages, or you can feel yourself comfortable with only English here.
And have you learned Danish at school here?
Yeah, of course. I graduated from a Danish language school here, so I passed the exam, and then a couple of years I was struggling. Then like, no, I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it. I don't understand anything. And of course, watching movies, I don't know, like have some society around. It help you to learn more and started to feel easier yourself in using the language.
Natalia, so let's talk about your work again. What is the most exciting for you to work, and what is special about your profession for you?
Well, when I started photography, I was sure that I will find a way to develop as a photographer. And first it was studio lights, as I said. And when I switched to the lifestyle photography, I just understood that I found myself. It's very easy for me to be in a relationship with a customer, and it's so much fun, to understand what people want, and to show the emotions, the feelings of the pictures. And when the picture becomes some kind of, not even the memory, the moment that was fixed, and the person can, I don't know, whatever he wants, come back and feel these emotions that he had during the photo shoot. So this is, I think, the most important part that I had in photography for me, and this is what I'm working every day on. And as a photographer, when I started to work with a customer, for me it's important to be like a supportive team from beginning till the end. So I help people prepare for the photo shoot, explain them what they need to use, what, I don't know, where should we do it, locations, I don't know, light, everything. And they don't need to think about it. So at the moment of photography, when it happens, they just need to be in the moment and be themselves, and just enjoy these special moments that they can spend with their kids, or I don't know, if it's a couple, in this, I don't know, small loving things. And that's important to show afterwards that they have been exactly the same like they feel, like they felt in the moment. So this is the most, I don't know, biggest achievement for me, that I can do it. And I know that people, when they looking through the pictures, I don't know, through the years, they just coming back to these moments and just think, wow, this is we, this is what happened, this is like, yes, exactly at that day we have been happy. And that's the most important part, I guess. And I also want to say that there is no magic button. So no way that photographer can, come and do the job just for you and you won't do anything. So you need to be in this process. you need to be a part of it. So this is the part of like preparing for a photography shoot, when the customer and photographer coming in this same line, same wave, and understand each other in a way what each part should do to have the success in the end, to have a great picture in the end.
So customers have to work also. That's true. And it's wonderful. I'm so excited about your profession, how you describe it. And one metaphor came to my mind. It's time machine. You
It's a time
prepare
machine.
time machine to the most happy moment in our lives.
Yeah, I can only agree with you in this. Yes, that's exactly the same.
Wonderful mission. Final question. Natalia, you have a very successful business. From my point of view, you have 6,000 subscribers on Instagram. You walk all around Europe. You travel a lot. It's hard to book your photo shoot. And I would like to ask, what is the secret of success in Denmark? So 3 advice for immigrants, maybe for photographers here in Denmark.
Well, first of all, believe in yourself. It's only one thing you can do in your life, that the only you like only you as a supportive person can be just helpful. Yeah. You hear your mom and dad, your support team, your friends. You're alone. You need to be this, make this supportive group for yourself. And of course, try to get in society. It doesn't matter, is it like foreigners or it's the people who also moved from your country, and just make friends. And I'm sure that it's easy to find friends and support around when you starting to do some kind of job or hobby that can help you to develop as a person, first of all. And if you wanna jump in the photography market here and be a photographer, successful photographer, just remember that you need to work hard, learn a lot, and get the responsibility in front of your customers or people around if you're starting to give money on it. And there is no talent, there is just hard work, and there are a lot of possibilities in your life. Explore, and if you want to do it, you can do it. There is no frames or closed doors, limits. You just can do whatever you want if you have their wishes.
Great words. I cannot agree more. Thank you, Natalia. I wish you great success in your business, more customers, and see you next time. And guys, subscribe for our channel and to see more videos about different professions in Denmark. See you next time.